Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about Bear Alexander. Making reference when asked a question yesterday. We're going to take a look at this video real briefly, but he talked about the defensive line and the physical play, the physicality. How do you compare coming from Georgia? Now, we know that we're not going to be exactly like Georgia, but you guys already know the defensive upgrade videos. These came a couple of months ago. We talked about the guys like a Anthony Lucas. We talked about the guys like a Jamil Muhammad. We talked about all of the guys like a Jack Sullivan that came from Purdue, Mason Cobb. We talked about these guys. We ran down the list, and now Bear Alexander is confirming that USC physicality, the defensive line, the defensive front, let's just call it that. The defensive front is physical, just as physical. He said he sees no difference from when he was at Georgia. Now, I don't think he's trying to toot his own horn or toot the USC horn and just shooting off stuff just to say it. Look, I think that USC is going to be legit when you talk about the defensive front. And here's the deal. When you listen to the coaches yesterday, yesterday in the press conference, you guys already know I brought a video. They made reference. They talked about how the defensive struggle is, the battles that's going on right now. There's not a lot of separation that's being made right now. These guys are trying to tackle their spot. And don't forget, you got the guys that's already been here, like a Corey Foreman, a Ramilo Height. You got several guys, Solo, you got him, you got several guys. I can't even name them all. I'll get lost in the sauce trying to name all these guys, but the guys that were already here, then the guys that came in through the transfer portal, you got multiple guys. Then you got the emergence of guys like Elijah Hughes, who the coaches were just raving about right now. You guys already know. We talked about him when he came in as a freshman from the state of Virginia. Elijah Hughes is the real deal, and he's causing havoc. Guys like Braylon Shelby. We got so many guys right now. The depth is so deep right now. And, it was at one point this year, early this year, you were like, man, they got these guys keep coming in. You were wondering how this thing was going to stack up, but now we see that the ones, the twos, and the threes, we can't even separate them right now. So here's the deal. Shout out to Ronald. Ronald hit me with a question yesterday in the video. He said, Jay, can you elaborate basically on the first 7 games? Now, here's what I think is going to happen within the first 7 games, because I don't think, as I stated, I don't think the separation is really being made that much so right now. I think you got Jamil Muhammad doing a little bit at rush in. Of course, don't forget about Sam Green. We got so many guys, but I think these guys, I think right now you're going to have 1A, 1B, and 1C. That's not saying that you're running with the twos. That's just saying it's just 1A, 1B, and 1C, which means that there's not a lot of separation. So what I think is going to happen is, the first 6 games, first 6 or 7 games, I think that USC is going to be able to mix and match. I think it's an advantage for USC. And while the Pac-12, I'm going to use a Bible quote, what the enemy means for evil, look, God is going to turn it around for the good. I think the Pac-12 did themselves a disservice by allowing USC to have these first 6 games, these first 6, 7 games, and let the schedule really work for us. I think they lost in the sauce, and it's going to work out to the point to where USC is going to have a major advantage. And what I mean is that USC is going to be able to mix and match these players, because we don't know right now what the starting group is going to be. You heard Lincoln Riley, you heard Mason Cobb, you heard several people talk about Tackett Curtis as well in the linebacker position. The linebacker room, here's the thing. You hear on one hand, they're saying the defensive line is a strong point. On another hand, you hear them say the linebacker room is a strong point. Then on another hand, you hear them say the safety position is a strong point. You guys know about the video yesterday about Zion Branch, how he's going absolutely crazy. And so look, every position is a strong point. So at this point, the whole team is a strong point. So there's no separation. So these first 7 games are going to allow USC to mix and match these guys, and these guys, it's going to be straight up go time. So look, man, let's talk about that. I want to talk about a quote as well. I want to listen to Bear Alexander's comments from practice, and I want to talk about this quote that actually came from Caleb Williams, talking about being stronger as well. So let's take a look at this information real quick. Let's go. All right, so before we get into Bear Alexander's comments, we want to take a look at what Caleb Williams, this is from Twitter yesterday. This is from Caleb Williams. They posted 24/7 Sports, posted them, and Caleb Williams talked about
the physicality. He said, here it is right here. Caleb Williams says USC broke down physically down the stretch of last season, and the Trojans are working to ensure that doesn't happen in 2023. And this is why Caleb has been locked, sealed, and delivered as it relates to just really staying focused and really staying on task. PRPs, everything, man. Keeping his body, he's looking like he's 220 right now, solid rock. But listen to him. He says this. He says that's something we for sure have been working on, building the muscle and the fortitude to be able to withstand a 15 game. Now notice, Caleb said 15 games. Caleb is not looking to play in 12 games. He's not looking to play in 11 games. Caleb is absolutely looking to play in 15 games next year, this season. And look, it's all starting this week, man. It's all starting, in a couple of weeks when we get on the field against San Jose State. So that are some things that Caleb Williams said. Let's take a look at now what Bear Alexander had to say as it relates to USC and being equal to Georgia.
I mean, it's the same. Lincoln and Kirby are very similar. I mean, they both got the same goals and the same expectations. So it's very similar. I mean, we trending in the right direction. The camp is going well, and it's almost to an end. Like I said, just coming out here, like she said, doing a lot of PRPs and getting better with the playbook and just being well versed. So when it's time to play, it's full go time.
So that is Bear Alexander. And listen, I think Bear Alexander knows exactly what he's talking about. If he think USC in the talent level is equal to a team like Georgia, I think he knows exactly what he's talking about. And look, we've already talked about this. The USC was really a couple plays away from just making it to the playoffs. And this was Lincoln Riley's first year. And look, they always say 2 years in the system makes a difference. So Bear Alexander, what he is seeing right now, what he is witnessing, is really just a result of this being year two. Couple that with the transfer portal players, couple that with a great recruiting class, and then couple that with some great players that we've already had. This thing is being seasoned together. Listen, you know how you make gumbo? You got gumbo, the season is so good. You got the sausage, you got the shrimp, you got the crab meat, man. I got people from Louisiana, man. They make the gumbo, and when you put it all together, it's absolutely good. Bear Alexander, he understands that. And listen, he says we got a bowl of gumbo, and it's getting ready to be, it's seasoned right, and it's getting ready to be served on everybody, and we're getting ready to serve notice on everybody, man. So look, hit me in the comments. Let me know. What are your thoughts on Bear Alexander in his statement?
The popping is on the popping, man. Look, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Look, Caleb is addressing it. He says, look, we're not ready for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games. He said, look, we're ready for 15 games. We're built for 15 games. Look, we are going to the playoffs. And I'm telling you now, it's about to happen. The depth is there. Caleb knows it. Everybody knows it. Lincoln established this comment last year, which is job is not finished. Job is not finished. So look, man, you guys hit me in the comment section. Tell me what your thoughts are on the first 7 games. How do you think that works out? How do you you guys think it is an opportunity to mix and match, guys, to get the right position group? And it may be just like this all season. You may just have a group, these core groups that are going in, man, that's just going to continue to rotate in and out, rotate in and out, rotate in and out, because we're going to be that strong. And you guys, what do you think about Bear Alexander's comments? Being that he came from a powerhouse like Georgia, what are your thoughts on what he said, how he addressed it? And he said, look, I really don't see no difference. These guys, Jack Sullivan said the same thing. He talked about it. He just talked about how physical everything is, how competitive everything is, man. So look, you guys hit me in the comment section. Mason Cobb talked about it. Mason Cobb talking about, Mason Cobb made one of the most incredible statements the other day. He said, look, I've never worked this hard in my life. That's telling you a whole lot. This staff has been working. I believe they push these guys to the limits. I believe these guys are just moving and grooving. I believe that everybody right now, not only is the brotherhood formed, but I believe that everybody's locked locked in, focused, man, and it's ready, and it's straight up go time. So look, you guys hit me in the comment section. Look, I am getting juiced up. I'm getting hyped because we're talking about 2 weeks, man. It is about to straight up go, and the mind has to be focused, man. So look, you guys hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Listen, don't forget to make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on.